You know what I think is like the hottest thing in the world? Well, maybe not like the hottest thing in the world, but like something that I think is pretty hot is like a lipstick stained joint. You know what I mean? Oh my god. It's bright as fuck. Holy shit. Alright. That's a little better. It's like sunny today, but there's like big white fluffy clouds, so it keeps coming and going. It is nice as fuck though. I um I'm wearing like it's kind of weird because the sun is super warm, but the air is kind of chilly. So it's like I'm too warm in my hoodie, but I'm chilly without it. So I got this. It's also good tick protection because this is a crop top and my back is kind of exposed and my shoulders, so yeah, good to wear something in the tall grass. So this is a very woodsy, grassy spot where ticks love to hang out. Well, I don't know if they love to hang out here. I haven't really had any problems, but they live in this area, so I'm not trying to deal with ticks, okay? I hate them. Knock on wood, I've never been bitten by one, but I found them like on my clothes. They suck. Anyway, how are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing good. Hope you found some time for yourself throughout all the chaos of the day in the morning. Because I think it's still morning right now. It was last I checked, it was like late morning. And she done. Ooh. Little ember went down into the grass. You want to make sure you pat that shit out. Out, out, out. And we don't throw our tips in the grass. We take them home and throw them away like dignified human beings. Okay. Anyways, hello. Actually, welcome. I've been rambling about random shit, ticks and weed, outfits, but that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Yes. So, I just wanted to hop on for a little bit and talk about when things don't go the way you expect, when things don't go right. You know what I mean? Because I don't know about you, but if you're like me, sometimes you get in your head that things need to go a certain way in order for them to go well. And I often need to remind myself that that is not the case, because I don't always know best, you know? I don't know all the factors of a situation. I don't know how the day is gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, but when I'm planning, I think I do. I'm very much like, I need a structured schedule, like almost to a fault, you know what I mean? I need that. But then, like, when it doesn't go according to how I expected, it's like a big problem. Oh my god, What am I gonna do? Yeah. I'm sure someone out there can relate to that. Oy. It gets rough. It gets rough. But sometimes you get through and you get to the end of it and you realize that things actually worked out better because they didn't go your way, you know? So, like, sometimes, you know, a lot of people call that, in a way, like, divine timing. Where, like, you get to the end of a situation that maybe didn't go your way, and then you get out of it and you realize that it's, like I said, it was for the best. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've all kind of experienced that before. It's something that, and I mean, part of it too is your perspective, because you might not see it if you're too focused on your own plan and making sure things go exactly to plan. You might miss things going better, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I don't know. But it makes sense to me, right? And well, I've seen this, like, in my own life. This just happened. This is mainly why I wanted to get on here and talk about it. This just happened to me. So this is my latest painting. Isn't she beautiful? God, isn't she a fucking doll? Oh, I love her. She's such a baddie. I love her. And she's shiny. She's metallic. Look it, we're matching. Our makeup matches. But I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera. Yeah, you can see it. Right there. Those little splatters. Those little bubbles were not planned. I was almost done. I was almost done with the painting. I was doing this pink. Up in her flowers and along here. And I closed the bottle of paint, right? And it splattered everywhere, and I was like, no! And it got these big splatters right here on my painting, right in plain sight. Even some of them got, like, on her. I don't know if you can see that. But yes. Did not mean to do that at all. It was an accident. But if you know of the great painter Bob Ross, he has a little motto: we don't make mistakes, just happy accidents, right? And so I almost wiped it away. Tried to. I almost, like, I took up a little, like, bit of paper towel, and I was like, oh, I gotta dab it up and cover it. And before, like, I had it in my hand, I started to move toward the painting. I was like, I heard his voice in my head: we don't make mistakes, just happy accidents. And so I was like, I'm gonna leave it and see how it looks. And if it looks like trash, then I'll try and cover it when I'm done. But I'll move with it, you know. And so I did my thing and finished it. And I actually really love the way that it looks. I feel like it looks, like I said, it looks like little bubbles or something. Like, she's a cactus, right? But it kind of has, like, also an underwater, like, flowy vibe, you know? Just, like, the way that it looks, I feel like. She almost looks like seaweed, too. Almost. Just with how she flows in the background, how it flows. It's like water or something. And I like those little bubbles up there because they really just, yeah, I feel like they really enhance it, give it more depth and texture, you know what I mean? Help with the dynamic. So anyway, I actually really love that, and I showed it to my dad when I was done. I was like, what do you think about this? And I was like, look at this painting finished. And he was like, oh, I like those little, I like that. He goes, I like that. That looks nice. And I was like, yeah, I like it too. And I actually told him that it was an accident, happy accident. And he was like, whoa, really? Really? Like, I mean, I can see it now, but yeah. It looks like you did it on purpose. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love it. But yeah, that's like a perfect little example. Or like the other day, I had an appointment and like it was kind of delayed at first, and I was like, oh no, I have other things I need to do. I'm on kind of a time limit, you know, and it wasn't supposed to take this long. But then the other like person that I was supposed to meet after was like, actually, can you come a little bit later, like half hour later? I have some things I'm taking care of still. And I was like, totally. And then when I was like inside, there was a little window like not too far from where I was sitting, and it was storming like crazy. It was sunny when I got there. It was like this, but warmer. It was like 80, but like it looked like this. And then when I went in, it was like big thunderstorm rolled in. The lady in there said that like nearby towns were getting tornado sirens, and like that's common. Excuse me. That's common around here, but it was a crazy storm. That's all I'm getting at. It was crazy, and I missed it, the worst of it. I got to like be out in the nice little rain that followed, and I like that, but it was like raining sideways, just like sheets of rain. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I missed it. It was dark too. Like it went from this to like dark. It was creepy, scary. But yeah, I would have been out in that. I would have been out driving in that. Had my appointment not run a little late. And that person I was meeting next, had they not, you know, told me to come a little later. So I was freaking out, and then I just trusted the process. That's the thing. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. That was not the only time I had to trust the process with this painting. I had kind of a vision for it, and it went not a completely different direction. I wanted to do this like funky background kind of, but it's not exactly what I pictured. And I wanted to do this cactus, but it's not exactly what I pictured, right? And but it's better than what I first imagined. And there were lots of moments where I was like when I was doing the background, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be awful. And then like but then I finished it, and it looked beautiful. And then I did the cactus, and I was like, oh my god, this is not shaped right, and it's gonna be awful, and like, what am I gonna do? I ruined it. And then I trusted the process, and I just kept going until I was happy with it, and I stopped there. And I don't think I could be happier with it. I don't think I could be. I just love her so much. I love her so much. She's beautiful. And like I said, we match. I love it. But yeah, so that's just, I wanted to hop on and ramble about that for a bit because I think it's an important thing to trust the process. And but yeah, trust that process, bitches. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, am I right? But yeah, don't hold too rigid to your own plan and trust the process. If things aren't going as expected, just say, what I say to myself is, there might be something happening I don't know about. Something might be going on that I don't know about. Maybe this is for the best. And a lot of times, more often than not, it's true. It's very true. Alright, gonna do a quick fit check because I'm feeling fucking fabulous. Oh, man. Okay. So we got the drug rug on the back. Here, we'll take it off so you can really see what's going on. But yes. Yeah, like I said, lots of free real estate for like tips. But I feel so cute. I love just dressing however the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Oh. And also, jewelry check. I have these that my friend made for me. They are like flower petals, I think, and moss and rose quartz. We got the red lip and the black mascara. Can't remember what it's called or who it's from. Got my smiley guy. I love this necklace. The seashells. I just got this one. This one's new. This is a newbie to the collection. I got it at a flea market. The flea market that I mentioned in my first video, I think. I don't know. The amethyst. This is one of my favorite necklaces. I love it. And then we got the bracelets, as always. Never without them. They're always a little different, but I'm always wearing them pretty much, unless something's wrong. Or I'm doing something where I'm gonna ruin them. But yes. Alright, bye.